Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. It's Tuesday, and we are looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas holiday and everyone got what they were looking for. And apparently, whoever didn't get what they wanted, hopefully got to spend time with family at the very minimum. That's as good as it gets. Now that we're back, holiday weekend was absolutely sideways, no volume, maybe one or two liquidity grab situation. Unfortunately, though, today's daily, we are opening and closing underneath resistance, which is around 17,000. And we also are starting to show a little bit of weakness on our side, as in that if we close today, a daily candle, excuse me, under 16.8 under 16.8, the possibility of us going to 16.7 and under is much, much larger. So be warned of that. That today, if we start having hourly candles close under 16.8, the risk of us going to 16.7 and under is much, much larger. Hopefully, we have support here at 16.6 before we completely lose the lows. But if we lose that 16.7 level, with an hourly 16.8, 16.7, that's your warning sign that we could be going for the lows. Okay. As long as we're going sideways and holding above 16.8, the possibility of the next 4-hour candle coming and breaching above that 21 EMA around 17,000 is a possibility. But until we have 4-hour open and closes above 17,000, we're not looking for 17.4 or 17.5. And until we have a 4-hour open and close until under 16.8, we're not looking for 16.7, 16.6, and the golden pocket 16.4, 16.5. We're not looking for any of that until we break the range. That's how tight the range is. If you trade both sides and you have a stop loss on both ends, you can probably have that breakout because it's basically ready for the breakout to come through. So that is what I want to say. The good thing is that the markets are going to be opening about 200 points positive today on the USA side, and that should give us a little bit of momentum to float on up as markets open in about 3 hours, 4 hours. All right, so here let's go to a 4 hour quickly. So looking at your 4 hour is what I was saying, that we were just hitting the resistance right now at the EMA, and that's basically what we're watching. If we close this 4 hour candle under 16.8, the risk of us going much lower is there. So we have to hold a 16.8, which was the low of yesterday. Um, as long as we hold the 16.8 and go sideways, the possibility of coming back up is there, but more than likely you're gonna basically consolidate between 16.8, 16 7, and then probably go and test this low around 16.7, 16.650, and then we can look back and probably test back into 16.8 and see if we can actually claim it or not. If we find ping pong, I mean that's probably, it looks like it's already trying to set up a ping pong situation. This is what we were looking at for the last few days as we were doing this charting. If this consolidation breaks to the downside, the measured move would be like right around here. So just be prepared for that. I'm going to remove these drawings so I can show you guys a little bit simpler thing to be watching on the 4 hour. I mean, if you guys want as simple as possible, you can follow this trend line. That should give you a little bit of a guide as to uh, if you're breaking the range or the trend, then you know that, hey, upside might be subsiding. You might want to look for that lower target. And once again, it's the exact same level as closing under 16.8, you got issues. And then closing under 16.850, you have issues. Closing under 16.8 kind of confirms that we're going to be going to the lower end. And right now, this POC is what's holding us up, this point of control. Let me pop that on. Get this out of the way. You can see we're sitting right on the POC right now. So the second we lose this, I mean, we have a little bit of support here, but we are so wound up in this tight little range that a close above 16,850 looks like we're gonna go test into that 200. A close under that 16,800 would be looking like we're testing into support, and then we can decide where we're going after that. All right, well, that is Bitcoin as quickly and cleanly as I can give it to you. Let's go look at a daily on ETH. ETH as well is hitting its resistance on a daily. We did have a little bit of a bull div, but it went right into resistance and pushed right back off. What we want is the opening and closing of these daily candles above 1230, so that way these EMAs don't sit in this bearish posture and look like it wants to roll over. If we can get a close on the daily above 1230, we can be looking for that 1260 to 1280 area. Until then, I mean, we're just going sideways and waiting for the market buyers to come up. If they don't come up and we start closing 4 hour candles under 1220, well, I mean, then we have our 1200, 1190 as last layer of support before we test into like 1100-ish area for the, you know, confirmation of support. This 1160 is the low of the low, 1150, 1160, but I'm looking for that 1080 level to be tested. So be ready for that because right now we had plenty of opportunities to go up. All these orders got stacked and probably going long, and now they're getting a little bit squeezed out as the market's open today. If we can find some support over here at 1215, 1210, 1215, the golden pocket, the possibility of us using that as support and riding up is there as long as we don't close candles underneath it. As long as we hold that level, we can look for upside, but already the daily is pointing down, so the work has to be done by the buyers. Here is ETH on the 4 hours. Like I was saying, this entire weekend was really lackluster. I was in a straddle, closed some short profits there, added to my long. My short is from 1226. Yeah, last night I added to my short and this little wick. So as soon as the daily close came, it was like at 1232, whatever. So I added to it. I think my short now is like from 1229, I believe. And then my long is from 1206 or something like that. So I'm in my own little straddle right now, and I'm trying to see, are we going to use this layer of support, like 1215 as support and ride on up, test into 1240, 1250 area, and then 1260, 1280. If that is the possibility, today's the day to do it. I want this 4 hour close above 1215. And then as New York opens, I want us to just float on up for a nice little rally into resistance. And then around 1250 to 1280, I'll be looking for where we find that resistance for me to add into my short. And that's basically all I'm going to be doing because I already have a short from 1230. I have a long from like 1206. When we get all the way in this region, I will be taking my long off and then I will be adding to my short and I will re-long on a test of support on the retrace. And that is my plan for ETH. Um, I don't want to get too bearish on ETH, even though Bitcoin looks like it's going to roll over, but ETH looks like it's going to hold above. And then as we go sideways here, you will get a bull drive, a bull div, and then that bull div will probably give us the opportunity to float on up. Patience is a virtue on this one. We already waited, what, 4 days during holidays and we didn't do nothing. So a couple more days ain't going to kill us because the end of the year is about 4 days away, I want to say. All right, last thing I wanted you guys to see before I let you guys go is Dixie. Let me just quickly pop that up. And it looks like we are losing my 104 level. And what that means is it's going to do a little bit more of a retrace, and the possibility of it tagging into that next EMA is there at the 101 level. So keep that in mind. My alert, I don't know why I didn't go off. Where is this thing at? I guess that's for the upside. So if it crosses 104, it'll give me an alert. But as of right now, looks like we were trying set up over here and then rise, but it looks like the daily is looking for some more downside, so we can probably push back down and look for like 102 to 101. And if we get that leg down, it will give us a nice upside move in equities. So that's a good, hopeful way to look for the rally to come. Let me go on this 4 hour quickly and see. Yeah, so we are gunning for those lows a bit. And unfortunately, well, it's a little bit of a bullish div. Uh, when this 4 hour closes, I hope we can just stay in this level. The possibility of us opening the next 4 hour and going up is there, but since this red EMA is crossing the yellow, we're still got some pressure to the downside. Even RSI is telling you, yo, we're pointing straight down. So until the 4 hour close, you can't even look for a pivot. So we have another hour to just watch this to go wherever it wants to go. When the new candle opens, we need to see where it's opening at and where the old candle closes. And we can assess, hey, is this, excuse me, is this sitting on support or is this about to sweep the lows for liquidity kind of situation? As of right now, since all the markets are going up and since the end of year is near, I do think that we can just float on up for the next few days. This can float on down and find some support, but I am looking for this accumulation to basically be the low and this reverse to come on in. So I'm not looking for too much lower, but if this wants to give us our nice little end of the year rally, I'm okay with that. And then next year can, do the pivot and reverse back. So be ready on both ends, guys. That's all I wanted to say. Last but not least, you guys, thank you so much for all your love and support this year. It's been wonderful. We've grew a lot. If you could continue, I would greatly appreciate it. Please like, please subscribe, please press the bell button for notifications if you haven't already. If someone else is in crypto and you know them, please share our channel with them so we can spread um, our presence in the YouTube crypto world. Sorry that took me a second. It's early. It's 6 in the morning here. And then if you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave it in the section below. Any assets you want me to cover that I'm not already, I will do it. Just let me know. And then if you're interested in joining us live, trading with us live, or just joking around, please feel free to join us in the Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description of this video below. Last but not least, guys, I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, which is right around the corner. Please be safe. Don't get too giddy about your positions into the end of the year. It might be still low volume after a liquidity grab to the upside since people were probably so bearish over the weekend. So don't get too excited. Play level by level. If you need any help, feel free to contact me. I'm always going to be here. Thank you so much, guys, once again. Talk to you soon. Be safe. Have a great Tuesday and a great week. And I'll see you later today. Have a good one. Bye bye.